This is video how to hook up your computer. It will show you how to connect all the components of your computer system and will also show you how to safely turn your system on and off. It is in playlist how to set up your computer room. These videos are in the playlist. 10 best computer accessories. This recommends the 10 accessories most people should have and describes several other accessories. How to choose computer furniture. Shows how to choose computer furniture to fit your computer system. How to hook up your computer will show you how to connect the various parts of your computer system. How to customize your computer furniture will show you how to make changes such as adding shelves or drilling holes for the wiring to best fit your actual computer accessories so you can mount and use them efficiently on your computer desk suite. You can open the playlist by clicking the link in the video description, or you can open my web page at URL https://www.tomstechnotes.com/video links. There's a clickable link on that page to open this playlist. Here's how the computer devices are connected. If you want to use this diagram for reference later, it is shown on the web page referred to previously, tomstechnotes.com/video links. I'll give you a rationale as to why things are plugged in the way they are on this diagram. First of all, the UPS is critical to the system. You should always use a UPS for your computer system if your system has more than just a laptop computer in it. A laptop's okay if the power fails, it'll run on its batteries. But a computer, if it's running without a UPS, if the power fails, it is possible that will destroy both the hard drive and any external hard drives. Then you'll have to reinstall everything, and that will take you days. So always use a UPS for a computer and for the external hard drives. Use it for anything that you don't want interrupted if the power goes out. And that possibly would include watching movies when you don't want to quit watching a movie because the power went out. So I have everything hooked up so the UPS will power it if the power goes out, and I can continue for 30 minutes or more to shut everything off. Most UPSs show you on a display how much time they have left before the battery in the UPS will run out. And usually you'll get 30 minutes or more, and it's plenty of time to shut your system off. A second UPS may be required. Computers connect to the internet with a cable or with a satellite dish, using a cable modem or satellite receiver and a router. If those are near your computer, plug them into the same UPS used by your computer. If they are elsewhere in the house, you should plug those into a second UPS. So here's how the thing is hooked up. The UPS is plugged into the wall outlet. UPS has two sets of outlets, one that has power and surge protection, one that only has surge protection. Be careful to plug everything into the correct side that you want power protected. That includes the computer. I have a cordless phone base unit on the desk, so I plug that in. I don't want the phone to go out if the power fails. An Ethernet switch, if you have one, you definitely want to protect that. Now, since my computer's only got a few outlets, my UPS has only got a few outlets on each side here. I had to use an outlet strip for the overflow devices, so I plugged the outlet strip into the protection outlet. Then I plugged the other devices into what I call my peripheral strip. That's just an outlet strip. Caution, this outlet strip must not have a built-in surge suppressor. That's because the UPS has one. If you connect two surge suppressors together, it can cause problems and it can actually cause fires. So make sure you use a strip that does not have a surge suppressor in it. On the strip I have plugged in both my hard drives, my USB hub. Again, you don't want that interrupted if you're transmitting data to your hard drives through it, both my monitors and the Roku, so I won't get a movie interruption if the power goes off. Now, this has an on-off switch on it. I never turn the switch off unless I go on vacation. We'll talk later how to safely turn it off, when you can turn it off. But when it's on and the computer shuts down, the hard drives go to sleep, consume very little power. The monitors, likewise, if the computer's off, they consume very little power. So don't worry about power, leave this on, except maybe when you're on vacation. Now, I have a charging strip that I plug in things that don't need to be power protected. If this charging strip does not have a surge suppressor, you can plug it into the UPS outlet that only provides surge protection. If it does have a surge suppressor, you must plug it into the wall outlet, not into the UPS. That's what these dotted lines mean. It's either plugged in here if it doesn't have a surge suppressor, or it's plugged in here if it does have a surge suppressor. Printers must not be plugged into a UPS because, again, they have built-in surge suppressors, and the printer manual will tell you don't plug it into a surge suppressor. I have the inkjet and laser printers plugged into the wall outlet. Now, what I plug into the charging strip is my iPhone charger, because if the power goes out when I'm charging my iPhone, so what? My speakers are plugged into that. That's because I don't typically watch movies using the speakers. If you do watch movies using the speakers and you really don't want to miss the last couple of minutes of a movie if the power goes out, you might want to plug the speakers in over here where they'll be power protected. Charging adapters for various devices, portable devices, you plug those into the charging strip because, again, they don't need to be power loss protected. That pretty much explains how things are hooked up. And like I said, I'll have this diagram on that web page so you can look it up there if you want. You could print it out, whatever you want. You could, of course, use if you're on a computer, you could take a screen snapshot of this diagram and get a copy of it that way. And again, I recommend you never turn either one of these switches off. I see no reason to. If you're on vacation and you're really worried about a lightning storm or using a tiny, tiny amount of power, you can shut everything down and unplug everything and if you're worried about lightning, maybe put all the cords several feet from your wall outlet if you're really worried about lightning strikes. I'll go over how to turn it off safely now, and later I'll repeat that when I show you the pictures of the actual components in the system. So the way to shut the system down safely, you do not want to turn this peripheral strip off unless you have first shut down your computer and all the lights have gone out. If you do, you can damage your hard drives. So turn your computer off, let it shut all the way off, all the lights go out, then turn off the peripheral strip. If you want, you can turn off the charging strip anytime. To turn on the system, it's a good idea to turn on the peripheral strip first and then turn on the computer by pushing the power button. If you forget, all that will happen is the hard drives may provide you with a auto-run window on the screen asking, what do you want to do with this hard drive? If you turn on the computer before you turn on the peripheral strip. If you turn on the peripheral strip first, then turn on the computer, you don't get that auto-run window. Let's go over the placement of the parts on the system now. The peripheral strip is located right here. This is on the left side of the niche for the tower. And again, here's the switch, but I recommend you never turn it off unless you're going on vacation. So what's plugged into it are the two hard drive power supplies, the two monitors, and the Ethernet switch. You must have the Ethernet switch protected for power loss. After this picture was taken, I also plugged in the Roku. Roku you'd want to protect if you don't want to have a movie interrupted if the power goes out. If you run out of outlets on this strip, you could either get a larger strip or you could even plug another strip into that, as long as it doesn't have a surge suppressor in it. Remember, you don't want to hook two surge suppressors together. The charging strip is located right here on the shelf that I described on other videos. And you can plug in portable device charging adapters here, or my iPhone charger is plugged in there, things like that, things that don't need power protection. And again, you can turn this on or off anytime. You don't have to worry about whether the computer is on or off. And this is connected in such a way that shutting the computer off will not stop devices from charging that are plugged into the charging strip. And just to repeat, the two printers are plugged into the wall jack because you should not plug them into a surge suppressor, and the UPS has surge suppressors on all of its outlets. Let's review one more time how to turn the system on and off, because it's a good idea not to screw that up. To turn on the system, if the outlet strips are turned off, turn on the charging strip at any time. Turn on the peripheral strip before you press the power button on the computer. If you forget to turn the peripheral strip on first, don't panic. Just turn it on later and close any auto run windows that appear. To turn off the system, turn your computer off by clicking the Windows logo, power, shutdown. You only press the power button to turn off your computer if the computer is hung up and you can't turn it off any other way. This is a dangerous last resort. If you insist on turning off the outlet strips, you can safely turn off the charging strip anytime, but you must turn off the peripheral strip after your computer is completely shut down. If you like this video, please like it and add a comment. If you subscribe and request email notifications, you'll be notified when videos are added to the channel. To visit my channel, click my name, Thomas Wallace, or my photo. Here's how to visit Tom's Tech Notes later. The address of the website is tomstechnotes.com, and to visit my channel, just search for TOMSTDA.